Hey guys, we're trying out some YouTube basics here with Spencer. And let's see. Okay, Spencer, if you're there, can you go ahead and comment? I think it's going to allow me from my personal page. It wasn't from the other, but that doesn't surprise me that there would be a little difference between the personal page and the business page. I don't even know if they have it available. Maybe they don't have it for business pages yet. So if you'll just write me when you come on, I can go ahead and I think it's given me some additional options here to invite you on. Usually I would run these from my business page, but my social media really is business. Even my personal page, I keep in touch with people, but so much of social media is me reaching out to people. And let's see if Spencer comes up here.
Hey,
Hey Spencer, how you doing?
good. How are you?
So on my camera, here's what I'm getting. I'm upright with my phone this way. Yours is
Mhm.
sideways.
Oh yeah, I switched it.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
think maybe when we're doing these earlier, it wouldn't give me the option to turn sideways. So this looks
Mhm.
like this works better. Okay. So it
Yeah.
looks like it's not allowing it from a business page. That's what the problem was. Here, there's an option for it immediately.
That's weird. It's weird. I wonder if you invited my business page, it might do something like that. But I'm not. I don't
No
know the way
idea.
Facebook Live works.
Nobody
It's a weird
does.
one. I know.
I don't think the people at Facebook know how it works some days.
Phew, it's confusing sometimes. But that way we can
Okay.
that way we can go
So
ahead and
the
kind of
reason
get
I
the
wanted to
video
talk
here
to
and do
you
stuff with it. Go for it.
Yeah. The reason I wanted to talk to you today, we'd had a conversation recently about YouTube and about
Hmm.
making YouTube videos. You came
Yep.
into the massage entrepreneurs group that I'm
Hmm.
the admin of, and you wrote me
Yes.
this really polite message because you wanted to promote your YouTube channel. And I had to explain to you, yeah, that's what this group is for. If you have educational content, please, promote it. If you're not coming in directly for a sale. But it made me want to have a conversation with you because when I saw the quality of your YouTube videos, I don't
Hmm.
have a lot of friends, I guess, in the industry who are producing a ton of YouTube content. So
Right.
you know a little bit more about YouTube than I do. So I wanted to
Hmm.
be able to talk about YouTube video production, just the basics for
Yep.
massage therapists, and then just kind of convey some of our experience with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of right on the money, massage therapy and YouTube is not a very busy market. There's not a lot of regular massage YouTubers and massage health kind of tagged in there, um, and especially consistent ones. You know, some of the massage videos that I put up, it's maybe once a month, something like that. And so there's never kind of what I do, which is 2 to 3 videos a week, constantly updating on the newest stuff. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd love to chat about that.
So for you and I, we had conversations about keywords and views and money you were making, and there's a little bit more complexity to that. But for the average massage therapist who doesn't have a YouTube channel,
Right.
does the massage therapist put their YouTube channel under the banner of their business? Or do they just like me take their private channel, the personal channel, and just make that where they're uploading content?
I would put it under the banner of business because although, yes, I am sitting here making YouTube videos, I am still the same person who would be as a massage therapist giving them massages. And
Yeah.
that's a big thing, I think. Instead of just advertising the fact that, oh, I'm a therapist, I'm marketing myself as a person as well. And I think that holds a lot of value is in people learning about you as a person and coming to know that you're a good person along with the good skills you have,
Yeah.
as opposed to just, oh, he's this video guy and on the side he does massage. We want to kind of connect the two. And that's
Yeah.
actually why I started it, was to bring it out. And yeah. And if anyone doesn't know and they kind of want to know what we're talking about, my YouTube channel is HM Massage. And what's yours, Robert? It's
They can look up Robert Gardner.
okay.
I'm not sure. I think mine's under like a Gouda for me or something. But if you look up Robert Gardner in YouTube, it'll come up. The only thing is, I've produced content for the Psyche Truth channel. I don't mind
Mhm.
if you subscribe to them as well, but my main channel is a completely different entity. So if you look up Robert Gardner, there'll be a whole slew of videos that come up.
Right. And yeah, Psychic Truth is another absolutely massive YouTube channel, well over 2
Yeah.
million subs. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
So how long have you been making YouTube videos now, Spencer?
probably consistently about a year and a half or so. So
Okay.
probably about the last year and a half, I have made a video every single week without fail, and
Yeah.
that's a huge thing. And then I have a couple videos I put up like 3 or so years ago
Yeah.
that yeah got a pretty good response, but just kind of threw them up real quick.
Yeah.
And yeah, and over the time, seeing the growth, definitely one of the things with YouTube is you're going to start off slow. You
Sure.
have to understand that. That's really with anything, though. You're going to start off a bit slow, but once you get the ball rolling,
Yeah.
the rock's gonna really grow
The
fast.
the thing about personalized branding, when you talked about therapists making videos and being yourself, they have a chance to connect with you. I've seen that process. I've had my channel for like 7 years, I think.
Mhm.
And the first videos I made were with a horrible flip cam that's not nearly as
Yeah,
good as what we're producing here, not nearly as good.
right.
And it did help to start that process of branding myself, having people be familiar with me, my face, my voice. The other thing that started to happen was most massage therapists don't seem to understand. I have students I talk to who they will ask me, "We don't understand why you're making YouTube videos." And I'm like, "Guys, YouTube is owned by Google.
Hmm.
Every one of those videos I make that says carpal tunnel, pain relief, trigger point, this, that, shoulder pain, when people are looking and searching in Google, they're
Hmm.
more likely to find me. I'm going to take
Absolutely.
that same video that I uploaded to YouTube and I'm going to embed that on a blog post where I talk about carpal tunnel syndrome in Austin. Hey, if you're a tech worker and you have carpal tunnel syndrome, they're then more likely to find me. Now, when you release that video the first time, you might get 30 views
On
in a
a good
month.
day.
In a month.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But the
That's the
thing is,
first
it's like
video. Yes.
you've got to slowly build. Even the Psyche Truth channel, I've talked to those guys. They started with 2 subscribers, just like anybody else,
Absolutely.
and continue to produce content. And it's a long-term game. It's not something where you make 10 videos and you're done. If
No.
anything, besides the fact that you're making content, my YouTube channel has become like a vault where I'm storing video that I've made previously.
Yes.
Because I'm an educator now as well, I can, students will ask me a question, I'll go dig up a video where I answered the question and post the video. So what I
Hmm.
did is I just gave that therapist value. I showed them how to work on their own carpal tunnel,
Hmm.
and they're like, "Wow, this guy, okay." They're more likely to subscribe, they're more likely to listen to me and consider me their friend and a mentor, and then they're
Hmm.
also more likely to eventually come take a class or get a session. But
Yes.
it's building a following. It's not making a sale. It's not about making
Absolutely.
sales initially. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's a big thing about it. If you're making these YouTube videos to try and make money, you're in it for the wrong reason. Because starting off, you're not going to make anything, and that
Yeah.
is extremely, extremely true. That you have to be putting it in, like you said, for the value of what you give to the people, and that's why I started making it. I knew I had this kind of information on how to fix these common issues, and I
Yep.
wanted to share it with people. Simple as that. My first video was a self neck massage, 5 minutes, how to get rid of tension. And it's amazing how many people don't know the simple things that you can do yourself just to quickly
Because
eliminate some of that stuff.
to you and I, everybody must know that.
Exactly.
But,
Yes,
but
yes.
we're
Because
in a
a lot of people.
specialized field where we have specialized information, even if all it is like an origin and insertion of a muscle.
Right, right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because we have that information, we assume, oh, it's common sense. Your neck hurts, rub it. But a lot of people don't know that. And so just putting out that video is going to provide them that value that they don't know. And then once you start doing that consistently, they're thinking, there's a lot of ways that I could get information from this person more and more. So then they'll start subscribing.
Yep.
And that's really what the ultimate baseline of a YouTube video needs is value. And now that value could be entertainment, though. And so that is value to people, all those
Is
video
it
game
funny?
channels and stuff.
Is it
But,
educational? Is it sexy? Does it
you
get your
know,
attention? Yeah, there's
I,
so many factors and variables, and it'll be different for everyone that produces content.
absolutely, yeah. It's going to be, what do you want your videos to be? What do you want to get out of them?
Yep.
My videos, I do like to put value, but I'm also weird, and so I like to make jokes, and I like to provide that entertainment value, and that gets a lot of people coming back because you do the unexpected,
Yeah.
you know, and it,
The
yeah,
individuality that can come through. Even the thing is this, like when I get a chance to hear your voice,
right,
there's something about video in particular. When I started encouraging therapists to make videos, they didn't understand why. But we have such a personal industry. People know that when they come to get sessions with us, they already know who they're interacting with. They
yes,
know what our voice sounds like. They know what we look like. They've already developed a personal association with us.
hmm and
Yeah.
that, yeah, that's a huge thing, absolutely, especially with massage. There's YouTube video, and then there's massage therapy. And massage is an extremely intimate job, as you know. Doesn't have to be sexually intimate, of course, but it's a very personal kind of work, and one that we have an entire hour at least with a person. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, them learning your voice, them knowing that you are kind of this, comforting figure. Hi, Brenda. And that they can trust you is absolutely a huge factor into our profession, but that shines through on videos,
Yeah.
especially if you act yourself on videos. Some
Yeah.
people kind of, when in front of a camera, they'll start to change who they are a little bit, put on their public display personality. And I was never one to do that. I kind of stand in front of a camera and be myself, and that's always worked well for
There's
me.
there's this shift that happened. I'm 40 years old, and I can remember when reality TV started. Road
Yeah.
Rules, The Real World, that sort of thing. And it was
hmm
new, but the thing is, that stuff has essentially expanded. And the thing is, this video, we could have chosen not to shoot this video. We could have said, hey,
Right.
the video and audio quality isn't high enough. And I said, hey, why don't we just try it out?
Yeah.
What has happened with social media, particularly, not just Facebook Live, but across all platforms, is
hmm
I sense that people are actually looking for a degree of authenticity.
Right.
So
Um,
in my social media posts, for business, on my Instagram is, RG Wellness 12. It's my business. In
yeah.
my Instagram stories, I'm taking shots of tequila and cooking because I decided that people want to connect with somebody they consider real, somebody they
Right.
consider, tangible. And the thing is, if I, post a video of myself making a steak and somebody is vegan and they get upset, it's like, hey, I have different lifestyle choices than that person. But if I don't let people know who I am, that I drink tequila and eat meat, I can't connect with those people that are going to like
Uh,
me for me.
to an extent, yeah. Obviously, if let's just use that as an example. If someone's a vegan and I'm sitting there with chicken, telling them how delicious it is, they're gonna click away, right? And so, yeah, part of the freedom of what making videos is I could choose to do that.
Yeah.
And that's usually why I center on just the topic I'm talking about, So in a video, if I'm going to be talking, let's just say carpal tunnel, I'm not going to tell them about what foods I eat or, what kind of music I listen to. I'm going to be talking about that topic.
Yeah.
And it's easy, it can be easy to kind of ramble on, because it is a sense of yourself and connecting to people as a person, but you're also at the same time providing them back to that base root, that value, And that's
Yeah.
one big thing I see in a lot of YouTube videos that don't do so well is they're kind of moments where they'll just go on rambling about something, or maybe they're doing something outside of the camera, and they just leave that in the video. If you're going to do that, just cut it out real quick. And so that's something fine with live streams or, something like an Instagram story or Snapchat, because
Yeah.
that is a insight into your personal life.
Yes.
And that kind of
But
depends on
the thing is, what I was saying about social media across the board is the connection with you. My Instagram stories,
right.
I know not everybody's going to see.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
the real belly of the beast is, for me, it's either Twitter or Snapchat. That's where I'm most
Okay.
me. I post
Hmm.
stuff that's just funny.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple Instagram stories on a day off when I'm taking a walk.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the notion that I think potential students or clients have is they get to see me take a walk. They get to come take a walk with me for a
Right.
minute. And the thing is, it helps build that connection. So, guys,
Yeah.
if you have questions for Spencer, Spencer's really knowledgeable about YouTube. I believe his channel, correct me if I'm wrong, is HM Massage. You can subscribe to that on YouTube. Jason, I know that you shot some YouTube videos recently. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it and comment, but Spencer, I'm sorry, not Spencer, Sterling Batapy started using Facebook Live with this invite function, which I had never seen because I normally do it through my business page. We tried it through my business page and it doesn't allow it. It did on my personal page. If you
Yeah,
guys have questions about video production, Spencer would be the guy to talk to. So if you have questions, you can type and we can answer that.
Yeah, absolutely. And touching up again, how quickly you said about social media connecting as a person, that is absolutely so true in comparison to something like television. Whereas kind of the internet and social media, I think in the next 10 years is going to become the new television. TV
Yeah.
rates and all that as a source of information are already dropping by substantial amounts. And info and your source of information is coming from the internet and social media. And so, yeah, it's very true. There's much more of a connection between us talking right now and people seeing it as opposed to a TV program that's every little thing is controlled, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, producing YouTube videos, I'd love to answer any questions or comments. You can always find me, like Robert said, on HM Massage or my Facebook page, HM Massage also. I pretty much answer every single question that people
So in
send.
my case, for this video, just so the therapists who are watching this understand,
Right.
this is a Facebook Live. I'm going to take this video and download it, and then I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel to serve as like a storehouse for later use so people can find it. I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to mention Spencer's name so people can find him. I'm probably going to put a link down below to HM Massage so people can sort of network between us. And then Jason had a question. So Jason, I think as far as like length of time, he's asking about, he did a video that was about 22 minutes long. Is it too long? Is it too short? What I think, Jason, is I started producing a variety of content. I knew that if I made an hour-long video, some people were not going to watch that. I'm like Jiddu Krishnamurti. I can go on a talk for 2 hours. Doesn't bother me at all. So what I think you should do is you should test your audience for what they want. Because you focus on Lomi, you could do a short 5-minute video talking about the history of Lomi, and then you could do a 10-minute video of technique, and you just continue to provide a diverse amount of content for people to see what people respond to. Because it really just depends on engagement. You want people to watch your videos, you want people to comment on your videos, and to ask questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with Robert on this one. 22 minutes does seem a little long. Kind of switching it up is good. What I'd probably suggest is if you had a 20-minute video where you have all that information and you want to keep it all, break it up. Do a part one, part two. And so that way people can kind of not see this video and be like, oh, it's 30 minutes long or whatever. But instead, we have, 3 videos that are 10 minutes long. It's a lot easier to click on that video, get the gist of what you're trying to sell, and then be like, oh, that was good. And if they want more, then the videos are more available instead
Yeah.
of just having that one block.
I don't know how Google does this as far as like search function, but if you made a Lomi video, Jason, and say it was an hour long, you could break it into 20-minute segments and then do 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. And that means that if somebody hits 1 of 3, they know, hey, there's 2 more parts to this. They're more likely to subscribe and then watch it later, is my guess.
That's also a good point, absolutely. If, they see that and they see, oh, he's got multiple videos on this topic, what else does he have? It's kind of ignite that
Yeah.
spark in their head. They'll subscribe, like Robert said, and then come back and check later. And YouTube is really good about if you have one part over in the suggested searches, right, to kind of the right, it should have your kind of second video option there, and people can see that right then and there.
So what Jason practices is Jason Bratcher. Jason practices Lomi Lomi. That's really his specialty.
Very
And
cool.
for Jason, as much as for me, so my specialty was Thai massage. His
Hmm.
specialty is Lomi.
Yep.
You'll do better than just making a video that says massage. Jason is going to do much better if he does Lomi Lomi massage in Austin, Texas, because you're
Yep.
trying to use those keywords to funnel down people to a specific search. The
Hmm.
way that I started to win was I hit a niche, which was Thai massage. It wasn't very available, but the few people who were looking could find me. And I think
Yep.
that's what you're going for. What do you recommend for therapists when they're thinking about keywords? What do they call their video when they upload it to YouTube?
I will tell you the I will tell you the best keyword that I have found is technique. People
Technique.
always, especially as therapists, they are looking for that one word. That is going to be
Technique. Okay.
techniques, new techniques. So instead of saying, yeah, loamy, loamy massage, I would say something along the lines of masterful loamy, loamy techniques. People who are doing massage know what loamy, loamy is.
Yeah.
And throwing massage is a good one in there, but doing things that kind of stand you out. Instead of saying great, you say masterful. Instead of
Yeah.
saying cool, you say entertaining. Using words that not a lot of other people use and that'll jump out, grab your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Narrowing it down. So I
yeah,
started doing things because Thai massage is a little odd because it's not typically done on a table. So a lot of
mhm,
consumers don't think of it as massage, and my marketing was pain. So what I started doing was focusing on conditions: carpal tunnel,
yeah,
sciatica,
mhm,
sciatica relief, from trigger point relief for sciatica for gluteals or whatever, trying to
mhm.
hit all these multiple things to target it down. It was the same video, but if you change the keywords, people were more likely to find it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And when creating those keywords, I like to use every one that's available. I think YouTube allows you to use 30, maybe 40. Don't quote me. I think Instagram allows you to use 30, and I like to use the majority of those
Yeah.
just to be as
I
broad
think
as
that YouTube,
possible.
I did a little research after the conversation I had with you. I think YouTube has a character limit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the thing
That'll
is,
make
like on
sense.
Instagram, you have a number of hashtags. You can only use
Hmm.
30. But on
Right.
YouTube, I think there was something to do with like a character limit.
Okay, yeah. And that character limit, I like to push that to the max. You only gifted with so much space, use it all.
Yeah.
Even if you don't think it's going to apply, put it in there anyway. It's far
Yeah.
better to put something out there and
So
have it produce nothing than never have it in the first
even
place.
if let's say I made a carpal tunnel video. Even if
Hmm.
my carpal tunnel video doesn't in and of itself, I never mention the word CrossFit.
Yeah,
but I'm more likely to put CrossFit in the keywords for the video because
right.
CrossFitters make ideal clients for what I'm doing.
Yes, yeah, and that's a really smart key right there. Yeah. Every time I do something, I'll put health, balance, holistic. Yeah,
Yeah.
things of that nature. CrossFit, athletes, athletics, sports. Yeah, those
Even
are all
targeting, like I work on runners, I work on CrossFitters, I work on tough
uh,
mudders, I work on
runners,
whatever,
lifters.
niches it down to even be more specific. If you're going for a big category like massage, that was where Psyche Truth was winning. Psyche
Yes.
Truth had completely that had so many videos that they would hit like the top 10. Like if you just looked up massage in Google and clicked video, they would come up on the first page. And that's why
Yeah.
they have like 2 million subscribers. But for me, little old guy working in his home studio, me making just a video on massage wasn't going to cut it. I had to niche down.
Right, you got to be more specific, and those were absolutely my videos that blew up. Were the ones that tailored specifically to an issue. So my best ones are the self neck massage, carpal tunnel release, self massage for knee pain. Absolutely, things that are very common that you have to think about what is something a lot of people can relate to, and that's pain. Everyone has pain,
Yeah.
you know. And if you can help stop that pain, people will give you all the money in the world. If you can show them, hey, this is an easy way to do this.
Yep.
And then once you get that value in there, then all that other stuff comes as a secondary important nature too, and that's entertainment, consistency, and then eventually quality. Though, like you said, I started off the same way, a little crappy $150 camera, no audio, no lighting, nothing, just me talking to a camera, and put it out there and it works. It does
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Long
don't have to
term,
have.
it's a long term game. It's not something that happens overnight by any
Right,
means.
right. It
What do
definitely
you
takes time.
recommend to therapists these days as far as the camera itself is concerned? What do you tell them when they say, "What kind of camera do I use?"
Use your phone. Yeah, if you
To
have,
start, that's
obviously,
always what I tell them.
yeah, absolutely. If you don't want to buy a camera or anything, use your phone. Every phone nowadays shoots in 1080p basically, and if you can just get a nice, get footage there, and then quickly edit it on like a Windows Movie Maker or an iEdit or whatever, you can make you can make a great video that way. You can get hundreds of thousands of views with just that equipment.
Yep.
If you want to go for something more expensive, DSLR cameras are probably the way to go down the road once you have kind of a built up following and you have the money. But
Yeah.
yeah, starting off with what you have, that's the best thing to do. Is you do not need a lot.
When I
Once you
would
have,
when I would when I
yeah.
would give a talk, therapists would ask me these. Normally, it was at Lauderstein Conway Massage School. I'd go in and talk about sole proprietorship, and when they'd ask me what camera I'd use, I'd just hold up my phone, and they're
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Really?" And it's like,
yeah,
guys, you have no idea the potential that you have. I mean, just this being able to interview you through Facebook Live, this is going to wind up on my YouTube channel.
right,
Yeah,
right,
it cross promotes both of us.
absolutely, yeah. This right here is. Do we have the best lighting right now? I certainly don't. My face is all shadowed out, but that doesn't matter because we still have the value of it, and we're giving.
So it looks like Spencer's feed got cut. I'm going to wait for him to comment in a second and see if I can invite him on again. Because we were having a good conversation, really felt like we were making some headway. So let me wait to see if he comments again so I can invite him on. And Joseph, it's good to see you there. There we go ahead. Let's see. I invited Spencer on again. Let's see if it reconnects. There we go.
Sorry about that, guys. I do not know what happened.
Facebook, it's free. It's free. It doesn't cost us anything.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love when people complain about Facebook and it's like, guys, it's like you think of Facebook as like a public utility at this point. Like
Yes.
Mark Zuckerberg is not getting any money from me to use this to interview you.
Right. Yes, Facebook. But yeah, use what's free, you know? What were we talking
Yeah.
about here? Got
So here's
distracted
one of
by
the
that.
things I tell massage therapists in school. The entrepreneurs group in particular, I'm really interested to a degree in industry disruption. And here's what I tell massage therapists when they're in school. They think I have to finish school, I have to get my license before I'm an expert and authority and can start making videos. And I'm like, no, scrap that. Get rid of that. That's old thinking. Get rid of that. The
Right.
first day you go to school, I want you to take out your phone at lunch and I want you to do a 5-minute Facebook Live about what you're learning at school. Every day that you go to school at lunch, I want you to do a 5-minute Facebook Live and talk about what you're learning at school. I want you to download all of those videos and upload it to your YouTube channel. Now, I would guess you have over 100 days of school
hmm
before you finish, which means before you're even licensed, you're building a following. You're bringing people in to you. And the
Right.
thing is those people are already ready to get a session because they've been following you through your entire process going through school.
hmm And
You don't even have to have a license to start your marketing, start your website, start your social media channels, and start getting people following you and talking with you.
absolutely true, you know? And that goes back to marketing yourself as a person, you know? If they notice, especially if they are doing it through something like school, where they're learning with you, because now they're on this journey with you. And so they absolutely feel that connection of, hey, you know, I see this guy grow and prosper, and I've been following him for so long, it almost feels like I've helped him do that, you know?
Yep.
And that creates essentially such a loyal clientele that you will never get from just giving an amazing massage. You know, you don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, you can get an incredible clientele from giving great sessions and great massages. But if someone's been following you for, let's just say, 2 years, and they've seen your growth and you've kept in touch with them and you've told them thank you for, like, you know, it means the world to me that you choose to support me, that is going to get you lifelong followers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
And
the connection, the ongoing connection, what I say about me doesn't mean anything. What other
right.
people say about me is golden. But when you're using social media and providing things like this, my clients can send a link to other potential clients and say, check out his YouTube channel.
Right, right. And then kind of the same thing as you were saying, it's a vault for everything I've taught people, you know, it's your backup storage to show, hey, this is what I do in my spare time. I like to help you guys out, you know? And
Yeah.
that's where it started was, you know, I do love helping people. You know, I could help 5 or 6 people in a day with massage, and now I can make a video and help 500 people. And so it's, you know, it does stem from the fact that I
Well,
like,
you can't learn anything over video. Spencer, have they not told you this? You
oh, well,
can't learn
that's,
anything. You can't learn anything about massage on video. You do know that, right? It's all
oh,
this.
I missed that memo. Man, I must be doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
Those
So for me, here's
180,000
the thing
views I
is,
got must
you
be
know,
nothing.
the process happened organically. But when I started making videos with that flip cam, I just said, you know, what do I know? Like, what can I tell people? And I'd say,
hmm
hey, if you're having problems with your hands, you can, do this to work on your forearm. And
Yeah,
all of a
yeah.
sudden, a month later, I'd get a comment from a lady who lived in like Washington, D.C. And
hmm
she'd say, hey, thank you so much. Like, my arms feel so much better after I worked on myself. And I was like, wow.
hmm
Like, I,
And that
I
is,
was able to help people with just information.
yep, that is something I was kind of blown away as well.
Yeah.
You know, the first video I posted up, I did it a little differently in a sense that I put up a video and I didn't touch it for 2 years. I didn't even look at it. And I came back 2 years later and it had all these comments, saying, thank you, this helped so much and all that. And kind of the same thing. I was like, wow, this many people, their lives have improved because I
Yes.
spent a couple hours making a video, you know?
Yep.
And that is, I mean, that's something I never would have expected.
Engagement and building a following. So Miriam is here, and she was saying that she can't quite get the live feed. So
Yeah.
Miriam hopefully will be able to see this after the fact. The fact that I
Yeah.
acknowledge her in the video, the fact that I acknowledge Joseph Chan, you're increasing that connectivity, you're increasing that engagement, and you're
Mhm.
encouraging people to follow you and talk with you.
Right, right. And it's a two-way street, We have people coming here listening to us because we feel we can provide value. But I don't take it for granted that they're choosing to come in here and chill with us, Come chill with us, learn, talk. And that's what I love, that engagement.
Yeah.
And it doesn't stop. I was talking to Robert, about giveaways, just another kind of form of engagement, showing we appreciate people, and then answering always the questions, things of that nature. Like you said, mention them in the comments here. Um, all that stuff is because without you guys, without the people watching us right now and clicking on these videos, we'd have nothing, you know?
Yep.
Like, just because we
So
put something out there.
if
Uh,
we make a long video, and I don't think
right.
this is going to wind up being an hour by any stretch, but
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
say let's say instead of typing on here and saying, "Hey, I'll give you a 20% discount on a session, if you mention that you saw this video or something." We
Right.
can type that and people can read it, but here's the thing, if you do an hour-long video and you hide it in the video, long term what you're
More people
doing
do
is
that.
incentivizing people to watch your content all the way through. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that by any means, but what I am
Hmm.
saying is I've done things like I would do a talk at Lauderstein Conway on social media,
Hmm.
and I get the smallest number of follows on my Snapchat. But
Hmm.
before the event, I got on my Snapchat and I said, "Hey, if you're at Lauderstein Conway for this event, contact me and I'll give you a free subscription to my workbooks or videos or whatever."
Hmm.
Nobody contacted me because nobody's following me on Snapchat.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's like when you have different platforms, let's say you've got a Twitter, you can run a Twitter special
Hmm.
if people are following you on that platform. When I talked about the hour-long video and hiding that in there, you didn't like that idea?
Not for an hour-long video, no. If you have to incentivize someone to sit down and kind of force themselves to watch you for an hour in
Yeah.
hopes that they might get a discount, then it's either not entertaining enough or it's not valuable enough.
Yeah.
Um, because yeah, we could just sit here and talk about anything and be two dudes talking over the internet. Why is it that people are choosing to, I'm going to click on this video? It should not be because I think I can get something free out of it.
Yeah.
It should be because I think the video is going to give me something out of it.
Yeah.
And generally, I think unless you're doing something very specific, I think anything over half an hour is too long for a video. And that's me personally. I like to keep my videos very short. My preferred video time is about 5 minutes, and even that, only half your subscribers are going to watch to that full length.
Yeah.
Most people drop off after 2 minutes. And so, really, when it comes to videos, you want to get kind of that essential value and what you want to tell people right in that first 2 minutes, or you want to at least express that you're going to be talking about it later on. So if
Yeah.
it is a 20-minute video, at least in the 2 minutes, say, hey, we're going to do this real quick. And then later on, we're going to talk about this. And so now they're not just kind of guessing, hey, there might be something, there, but they know, hey, later on, there's going to be something this.
Yeah.
And so I find that better than just kind of throwing it in there randomly and hoping someone picks up on it. If they do, great. Now they have a free subscription or whatever, but it offers better kind of like reoccurring
Yeah.
connection and stuff. and engagement to just have them want to click on the video because it's always providing value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that I did with my YouTube channel is because I have a free Thai massage workbook on my website, that's the
Hmm.
first link.
Right.
Because I want people to click on that link, give me an email address, and download their free workbook so that I have ongoing contact with them. Because Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, it's going to filter,
Hmm.
but the email is typically consistent. If they want contact, they're going to get an email once every couple months just to, update them on my practice.
Hmm. Yep. Yeah, and building an email list is big. That's actually something I learned from Robert. Going about email is a great way to connect to people. But that's not to say that Facebook, YouTube, all that is bad. It's just not as consistent and not as direct, and that is true.
In the long term, you're just trying to connect on whatever platform. The thing that email
Absolutely.
has
Yeah, you
going
want to
for it
have you.
is
Yeah, you want
email
to
is
have a
not filtered. Email is not filtered the way Facebook is. Facebook
right.
currently, the reason I've been doing so many Facebook Lives is because Facebook is weighting Facebook Lives more heavily and it's giving me more organic views than anything else.
Right, right. And you definitely have to choose what works for you too. I've never done a Facebook Live, and YouTube is currently my niche. That's where I do get the majority of my kind of social feedback.
Yep.
Um, and then from there,
But
it's also helps. Oh, go ahead.
no, 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 go ahead.
I was going to say it also helps from there to ask people. Asking people what they want. That's a big one. And that can stem from everything. Asking your subscribers back to the engagement and back to that value. It's not, you don't always have to sit here and be like, I have this genius idea. Because sometimes it's just the simplest stuff is the best. What do you guys want? I'm going to do that for you.
Yeah.
You know, and that is a
So
huge thing.
look at it this way. If you ran this on your page, you could run a poll and say, listen, I'm going to do a Facebook Live on Friday.
Hmm.
You give them 2 or 3 topics and go, hey, why don't you guys vote or add a different topic? Whatever gets the most votes is what I'm going to do the video on.
Right, right. Yep. You kind of
You're
having that
responding to your
live engagement. Yep. And then, yeah, absolutely. And so now you have a new video topic that we can use our expertise in order to provide them what they want, that video topic, whatever they're looking for. And they feel like they had a direct influence in making it, and that's because they did.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
this goes on my Facebook, my personal page. I'll
Hmm.
probably be downloading this and then uploading it to my business Facebook page. I'll
Right.
then be downloading it and uploading it to YouTube and then using
Hmm.
appropriate keywords. Then I'll
Right.
probably take the video and in some form share it on Twitter with a link, share it on
Hmm.
G Plus with a link to like
Right.
cross populate across platforms. And long term, what I
Absolutely.
do is occasionally in my Instagram, I'm telling them, listen, here's a link, go follow me on, YouTube. The other thing is on Snapchat, Snapchat actually provides a link. I can make a quick video, a quick snap, and I can
Yep.
actually link that snap to my YouTube channel directly because you're trying to cross promote across these platforms.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And that is the way to do it. People kind of treat social medias differently. They'll put something on Facebook and they're like, oh, I can't put that on Instagram. Only my Instagram posts go on Instagram. And same thing with Twitter, YouTube, whatever. And no, all social medias are the same. And exactly what you're doing is the best way to
What?
go.
Snapchat is not the same thing as Facebook.
Right, right. They're different social medias, but they all have one purpose in mind, and that's to connect. Every
Yep.
single social media is rooted in the fact that you are connecting to other people worldwide. And so if you put something there, yeah, it's going to look a little different, might have a few different rules here and there, they're different colors, whatever. But you need to put yourself out there as much as possible.
Yep.
You can ask anyone I know. I almost never shut up about my YouTube, and that's
Yep.
because I constantly tell people about it. And that's number one, I'm marketing myself, but number two, I'm proud of it. I put in
Yeah.
hundreds of hours of work onto this social media stuff,
Yeah.
helping people, and I want people to know about it. And
You
so
have the
absolutely.
equivalent. technologically, this is what I tell therapists. You have the equivalent of CNN
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
from your phone.
Yeah. Where it's more
You
personal
created a
too.
channel. YouTube is free. They're not charging us for it. But the
No,
thing
yeah.
is, it's like, you can continually put out content. And if it's of interest to people and they follow you and engage with you, I tell therapists this and they don't quite understand. One, I'm a therapist. Two, I'm an educator. I
Hmm.
get people who Snapchat me from Norway. I
Right.
had a lady last week come in from Chicago. I had another lady ask me to come in from Minnesota. And I had a student the past 2 days from New Hampshire. I live in Texas.
Yeah. That's
Like, but
quite
it's like
remarkable.
my business isn't slowing down. If anything, it's still ramping up. But it's ramping up not because I just make sales. It's ramping up because I keep giving them value and keep providing free content, which is why you talk about HM Massage, your YouTube channel.
Yes. And same thing with Robert Garden Wellness and your massage channels, because people have heard this name, they already know about you, and especially being males in massage therapy without even getting into that whole spectrum, having them know that you're a trusty, reliable person before they even come to you is huge, and that's what social media stems outward for us. We show them this is who we are, this is what we provide, and we want to help people.
Yeah.
And that's why you have people traveling across the country to come see you, and
Because
that's
they're on vacation or whatever, but most
right.
therapists die to be able to be in a situation where people were traveling out of state to get a session with them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, people would line up for that, and you'll never get that just handing out business cards at the local street corner. You know,
Yeah.
that is too old school, and the way that social media and just the internet in general is innovating, like you said, it's your personal CNN, except it's more personable than TV, which makes people connect to you even more.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So before we finish up, do you have any other tips, stuff massage therapists might not know about YouTube you think they should take advantage of?
Mm, this can stem towards massage therapists and just anyone who wants to be a content creator. And that's if you're thinking about something and you're not really sure about it, just do it. Just do it. Put out a video. If you have an idea, put out that video and let it go and just let it kind of build up. Because even if nothing comes from it, it's better to put a product out there and have nothing come from it than to never have done it in the first place.
Yeah.
And as far as massage therapist, I mean, you can learn a lot from videos.
Yeah,
Just
tons,
watching,
tons.
picking up, yeah, plus the overlays, the information. Um, yeah. And what I found is my two most successful videos are always massage techniques and then self massages. That's kind of a big thing my channel does is show a lot of self massages, targeting not just therapists, but your everyday person
Yep.
because of the amount of issues everyone deals with. And that's why I
Yep.
found I got a lot of followers was coming from that.
Cool.
Um, and make interesting thumbnails.
The thumbnails is something I haven't delved into.
Thumbnails are big. If you can help it, uploading your own custom thumbnail, it goes a long way because that is the very first thing people see is your thumbnail.
Yeah.
That and the title is what makes them click on the video. So if you have, kind of a not that great thumbnail with a boring title, a lot of people are going to pass over that video. But if you have a
Yeah.
really nice, bright, colorful thumbnail or something interesting and a title that catches their eye, they'll click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think over time, what I've encouraged the therapists as well is like, start with your phone. And like you said, just do it. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Just make some
Right.
videos and get started. One of the things that's going to happen is you have to make bad videos before you can make good videos.
Yes. That is very true. That is very true.
Then, once you start to build, if you start to get enough income, increasingly start to outsource. You can get a videographer. You can
Yep.
find somebody who's willing to help you produce and shoot YouTube content who already has higher quality video equipment and the
Hmm.
capacity to do editing. Even if you have to find someone to trade with,
Right.
it's something that you can eventually outsource if it's not your bliss. I could spend time trying to figure out how to do my own video editing. It's too much time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is one thing I do myself. I do all my own video editing and stuff. But goes back to, yeah, that's because I enjoy doing it. You know, it's
Yeah.
fun to me. It's a ton of work, but it is fun. But things that aren't fun to me, absolutely outsourcing. It's all about putting value to your time. What do you think
Yeah.
will, make your time worth it? What won't? Yeah.
The therapist asks me all the time, what do I do about taxes? I'm like, pay them.
Yes. Pay someone
Get
else
an
to do it.
accountant.
That's me. Yeah.
Get an accountant. That's what accountants do. Like, I don't want to do my
Exactly.
own taxes. I don't want to mess it up. It's like, it's better to give it to a pro.
Right? I could learn how to do it, but I think that my time could be used more valuably somewhere else. For me, it's making a video, giving a massage instead of doing my taxes, right?
Yep.
So implementing that to the YouTube thing, if that's not your stuff, if that's not your kind of hobby, then yeah, outsource later. But at the beginning, start with what you have, offer value, and make it entertaining.
Yep.
And be consistent. If you want to really succeed, like I said, starting a year and a half ago, I haven't missed a single week of uploading. And so now my followers know that at least in that week, I'm going to upload once, usually 2 or 3 times, but they come to rely on your videos. And if and being consistent is a huge part of that. Because
Yeah.
then not only are you this YouTube guy, but you slowly become integrated in their life. If every morning they wake up and there's a video of yours, that becomes their morning routine. And then one morning they wake up and your video's not there, they're like, what do I do? And so the consistency of offering value and entertainment, those three things right there, I think, are the biggest key points to take away as a YouTuber, as a creator, and then especially as massage therapists, do what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Listen, I think that's good for today. Let's go
Yep.
ahead and conclude this one for today. But again, they can find you at HM Massage, correct?
Yes, guys. HM Massage.
Okay. Go ahead and subscribe to his YouTube channel. You can check it out. Really great videos. I was really, really impressed, especially with the production value, because I know a little bit more about what goes into it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do put a lot of time and effort into them, but I like to be proud of what I put out for you guys. So I would really greatly appreciate it if you did check it out. It meant the world to me.
Cool. Well, listen, I'll
Well,
give you a call in just a minute, Spencer, but thanks for doing this Facebook Live with me.
sounds good. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Robert. It was a pleasure.
You're welcome. You have a great day.
You too.